Put it behind me because I'm still on a little crunchy. I tell you that the almond joy is the best candy ever made. Ever made. Don't laugh. This is serious business here, not business. Serious business. Almond joy. And the bad part about it is, yes. Did you saw what I sent you? Yep. Isn't that something?
That's going to mean a lot of businesses go down too.
Oh, really? So the bad part about it is I was just about to start me a TikTok business. But I just don't understand how. What's my topic for today?
Staying in the same lane?
Huh? No. Oh, it's TikTok?
No. That's what you think.
No, it don't matter. You want to talk about T Diddy? Oh, they probably don't want to talk about that. You want to talk about T Diddy today? I looked at this documentary, The Downfall of T Diddy. It's on Netflix. No, it's TMZ. No, it's on Tubi, but TMZ is doing it. Do we have guests today? Ain't today? Oh, today is Wednesday. Why do I think it's Tuesday? I missed yesterday. Let me tell you something. That was the best decision I ever made. Baby. I just couldn't do it no more. Like, I'll be standing up talking to somebody and I'm thinking, I don't even hear nothing's coming out. Just be like, wah, 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 wah. Give me a topic.
Talk about
no, let's talk about natural hair.
Should healthcare be universal? Should teachers be armed? Should there be guns at school?
Yes. Should teachers be armed?
Or at least have like security or
something. Someone they would have shot me. Not they would have shot me. What's up, Zoe? Every time I put on a pair of glasses now, Zoe, I think about you. Tell me you should have your own line of glasses. Thank you for that, my sister. I miss you. What you say? They would have shot me. All right.
Zoe says she loves your glasses.
What's up, believers? It is Wednesday. It is my favorite day of the week. And the reason it's my favorite day of the week is because we are midweek to Friday and the weekend is my time. I hope it's yours too. But today, we're getting ready to have a great show for you. It's your girl, Tamara Fair, on the air. And I'm proudly posted in the studio with the Brunch Bunchers. Make some noise. Y'all already know what we do. We came to uplift you. It's the Power Hour. And you know what? I'm going to give you a powerful word today to think about. Before you act, listen. Before you react, think. Before you spend, earn. And before you criticize, forgive. But before you quit, try. Try, and try again. You know, I'll constantly say to you all, I don't care what your dreams are. If you're afraid, do it scared. Today we ain't scared. We coming to you bold in the name of the Lord, y'all. We getting ready to do it to you. Not in the way you think. Y'all don't go nowhere. Keep it locked. We got way more to share right here on Inspiration 1390. Get your minds out the gutter. What's up? What's up? What's up? Okay, I'm done with this. Y'all, as soon as we get on Instagram, I'm going to give you today. Thank you so much, Zoe. I appreciate you. We're going to give you today the exclusive Tammy Talk for Instagram and Facebook. So it's exclusive for your social media. Hey, what's up? What's up? Get your new Instagram. Hey, waiting on you to come on in so we can talk about what the topic is today. Exclusive Tammy Talk for today will be as soon as I get what's up, big business boss, baby. Hey, thank you for joining us. Truly appreciate you. Do you have me on Do Not Disturb? Well, a lot of times when you put me on Do Not Disturb, what's up, Patricia Sweezer? I always have it on, and then people be like, "Put your take it, Do Not Disturb." All right. Yeah, I'll do that. Pat Sweezer, it was so good seeing you. I love you. That's my BFF. Hey, beautiful, back to you. All right, y'all, let's get it cracking. Today's exclusive online Tammy Talk. The topic: should teachers in schools, public or private, doesn't matter, should they be armed? You know, we got a lot of controversy around that topic because so many people are afraid for their children to go to school because so many things are happening to school agers. Should they be armed? I want to hear it. So put your comments in the thread and we will definitely announce your comment. And hopefully, if you don't mind, we will announce who commented. What's up, Justice? You're a superhero today, I see. Where's Marcel? Oh, he is. What's up, Dex B? Hey, what's going on, y'all? DJ B Low in the house. Thank you so much for the compliment. I appreciate you. The lipstick and eyebrows are so pigmented. No, seriously, if any of you guys saw me at the premiere and you saw my makeup and you liked it, that was Vanguard Beauty, the owner of Vanguard Beauty, Shahara Farkan. She did our makeup, or the entire cast, all the women, I should say. Of course, the men didn't get makeup done, but men do get makeup done. Don't play. Men do get in a minute. On the Brunch Bunch. So this topic has been issue laden for quite a while, but it is coming to a head. So it has been stated. Well, welcome. What's up, Beyonce? Don't play with me. Do not play with me. And all is mine. You have to pay for it. See? No, you a hater. Let me tell you something. See how people come in and disrupt your peace? I'm not going to let it happen. But speaking of peace, I don't know. I want to get you guys' opinion, but TikTok has now officially been put on the chopping block and it could be banned in the U.S. And what does this mean for you TikTok users? Well, let's see. So TikTok will not suddenly disappear, of course, from your phone, nor will it go to jail. No, will you go to jail if you continue using it after it is banned. However, after many years of attempts to ban the Chinese-owned app, including by former President Donald Trump, a measure to outlaw the popular video sharing app has won congressional approval and is on its way to President Biden for his signature. Well, the measure gives Beijing-based parent company ByteDance 9 months to sell the company, with a possible additional 3 months if the sale is in progress. If it doesn't, TikTok will be banned. So what does this mean for you, a TikTok user, or perhaps the parent of a TikTok user? And here are some of the questions and some of the answers. So the original proposal gave ByteDance just 6 months to divest from its U.S. subsidiary. Negotiations lengthened it to 9. Well, then, if the sale is already in progress, the company will get another 3 months to complete it. So it would be at least a year before the ban goes into effect. But with likely court challenges, this could stretch out even longer, perhaps years. TikTok has sought and seen some success with court challenges in the past, but it has never sought to prevent federal legislation from going into effect. Well, protesters spread across quickly last week on campuses from coast to coast, resulting in mass arrests and crackdowns. Just to show you how powerful TikTok is. Who would think that if you're out there protesting for or against TikTok that you would end up in jail?
Yeah.
Well, it happened. Well, TikTok, which is used by more than 170 million Americans, most likely won't disappear from your phone, even if an eventual ban does take effect. But it would disappear from Apple and Google app stores, which means users won't be able to download it. Well, this would also mean that TikTok wouldn't be able to send updates, security patches, and bug fixes. And over time, the app would likely become unusable, not to mention the security risks that this would pose. Teenagers are known for circumventing parental controls and bans when it comes to social media. So dodging the U.S. government's ban is certainly not outside of the realm of possibilities, especially for teenagers. For instance, users could try to mask their location using the VPN, the virtual private network. For those of you who don't know what the acronym is, guess what? I acted like I did, but I didn't.
I'm like,
Yeah. That's.
I got a VPN.
You do?
Yep.
Huh?
It allows you to go on certain sites and they don't know. Wait a minute. Let me say this better. Jarrell looked at me. Wait a minute. I got a VPN.
Oh, no, you spyware.
Right.
No, you don't admit it. Y'all heard it, right?
I have a VPN because when I was doing some investing with a mutual friend of ours, it was an international company and they weren't allowing U.S. investors. But by using the VPN, it blocked my IP address. And so they didn't know I was in the U.S.
Oh, well, see, you're tech savvy. But a lot of people aren't tech savvy. But
some people use VPNs for watching them naughty movies. That's why Jarrell look. But I wanted to dispel that misnomer.
So you got that from a look.
Right.
He looked at you, and actually that was you. That was your dirty bag. Well, some of these tech savvy people like Marcel are required, and it's not clear that it will or won't work. But if you're savvy like Marcel, perhaps you will. Now I gotta ride with you on this, Jarrell. Just from a look, I didn't get that, but okay.
Well, because you didn't know. Listen, I keep my ears to the streets. I know what things are being used.
Boy, you an uncle out here. You keep your ears to the streets. So more likely users will migrate to another platform such as Instagram, which has a TikTok-like feature called Reels, or YouTube, which has incorporated vertical short videos in its feed to try to compete with TikTok. Well, often such videos are taken directly from TikTok itself, and popular creators are likely to be found on other platforms as well. So you'll probably be able to see the same stuff in a different way. Well, lawmakers for both parties, as well as law enforcement and intelligence officials, have long expressed concerns that Chinese authorities could force ByteDance to hand over data on the 170 million Americans who use TikTok. Well, the worry stems from the set of Chinese national security laws that compel organizations to assist with intelligence gathering, which ByteDance would likely be subject to, and other far-reaching ways the country's authoritarian government exercises control. Now, to me, that's too much government interference. Like, I don't understand. This is just my opinion. Don't beat me up for it, but I don't understand how government can force a private company to divest itself out of any region, much less America or any place off of American shores, just because they are gathering data. Because isn't every other platform doing the same thing? Aren't they gathering data?
But that's our enemy, right? China, with all of that data, you know what type of control they can have. And they already, but if you look at the government now, America is trying to move as much manufacturing back on this side, which should have been here all the time anyway. But my issue with TikTok is the young people, right? And in China, they don't allow their kids to see certain videos on TikTok, but they'll allow American kids to see videos about depression and suicide and drug use, which we know he who controls the media controls the mind. And so right now, China is controlling the media of hundreds of millions. How many users?
170 million to be exact.
170 million users who, I'm like,
Well, I get from a social aspect, but I'm just saying from a government interference aspect, I think that's too much control. And I always stand by, if you do it in one area, it serves as the litmus for how you can do it in other areas.
Yep.
So remember when when Microsoft was on the chopping block and they made him
Bill
pay,
Gates.
yeah, Bill Gates, they made him pay restitution for what? You built a company, people gravitated toward the company, and then you try to limit
Monopoly.
it. I understand, but your government, you're a monopoly.
But that is in the U.S. Constitution, right? About company having monopoly, and it gives them too much power. And we're not under a dictatorship where. So when you own the only software computers can run on, what do we do then? And so that's why they
But
break up.
TikTok is not the only software computer. They're not the only browser that you can run, and that's not the only social media medium that you can use. So they're in a pool of competitors, and they should be able to compete. Now, if
The argument,
hold on,
uh-huh.
and if that situation was going on for a U.S. company in China, it would be, oh my God, look at what China is doing to us. Now, to your point.
Oh, wait, China wouldn't let us do it, though.
Nope, hold on. To your point, you said China has too much control. China carries 67% of our debt right now. If that's not too much control in and of itself, how's TikTok bothering it? I just want to know, maybe I'm missing something. Maybe the nuances in the background, those waves are going over my head, but I just think it's too much
Your
control.
VPN is blocking you from seeing it. No, listen, I mean, China does own a lot of property in the U.S. We owe them a lot of money. And so what do you do when you're in a relationship with a vindictive, narcissistic mate, right? You try your best to get out of it. Sometimes you're tied to that relationship financially, the debt, or a business, TikTok. And now you got to figure out how to, break up this monopoly in this relationship, because you got to get away from it one way or another. But TikTok's major issue is the control of the mind and the young people.
So,
and the data.
How many people have gone and murdered or committed suicide or bombed?
I'm gonna look at. I don't have it, but it's.
Hold on. You won't let me get my question out, so you must know more than I know, because I'm trying to formulate it, and you already answered.
My VPN is letting me.
Your VPN is on loose. But anyway, how many people has it actually adversely affected to the point where our government, who has a ton of other really, really important issues to concentrate on, should be immersed in this situation where you are making them divest?
I think you're digging too deep, right? I mean, this is the government. I'm not letting you come in my house and control my house.
Then you should have stopped me at the door.
And
I should have been in the beginning.
Let me finish my thought. I let you in because I thought you were my friend. Then Tammy come over and start painting my walls, taking my dishes and moving them here and moving candles here. And it's like, I let you in, but dang, don't you come here controlling my house. So that's the analogy I can use for the U.S. government.
Well, if your walls needed painting as a friend, I would be remiss.
That's just like the person we talked about trying to tell somebody about their kid name. You overstepping boundaries. And so when people overstep boundaries, and this is just life lessons, right? People only do what you allow them to do.
That's
and
true.
When you allow someone to disrespect you, they will disrespect you. But now it's up to you to not allow them to continuously disrespect you. So I think in this case, the government is saying, all right, China, enough is enough. Because this isn't just an independent owned company, TikTok, by like a regular person. The Chinese government is involved in this company and taking all of this data from Americans that could result in another war, and they got all our information.
Okay, I see that. That's valid. But don't you think that the Chinese, or maybe you don't, but do you think Chinese are technologically more advanced than America? And if that be the case, if your answer is yes, don't you think they already have a pathway to get that information without TikTok?
Well, yeah, that's when they were sending those balloons over the country trying to get even more information, surveillance balloons, and they couldn't. So they're trying to get as much as they can, because we're living in a time where bricks.
Where
Yeah,
we back on
all
that,
white
80s,
bricks.
what bricks?
No, bricks. The government organization that's being formed
Oh,
with all of these other Britain, Africa, South African countries are coming and saying we are sick of America
yeah.
and being under their rule of thumb, which brings me to a point. I've been watching Franklin on Apple TV, one of them platforms about Benjamin Franklin. I mentioned it. But to see Benjamin Franklin in France, at one point, this country was begging for help because we were under the rule of Britain. Of course, we all know history. But then we needed these other countries to support us. And then we became the most powerful one. And they're saying, you know what? How did we let this happen? So now they're pulling out. And China is one of the leading people, and Russia that's leading this cause. And so, of course, you got to try to put a stop to them getting all of our information. On top of my issue with it is because TikTok, let me tell you, I know people addicted to TikTok from 5 to 500 years old. TikTok is their medium for news, entertainment, and all of that.
One
And
of my
that's
friends, she's an attorney. She gets all her news off TikTok.
all of
She
it.
references it.
My father be like, yeah, you know what? Did you hear about this? 'Cause let me see the TikTok video. And I'm like, bro, but I get it. And every once in a while, I'll watch a TikTok video. But when we hear studies and reports of kids committing suicide or they're in deep depression because now the algorithm is pushing that to their
Oh,
feed,
okay.
and there is proof that the Chinese government does not allow their kids to watch the same things, then therein lies the issue.
Well, you know what? I'm glad you educated me on that because I really didn't understand how deep the roots went and why the big deal was about TikTok. But that does come to parental control too. That parents have to really watch what their kids are watching.
Definitely, but it's a new rise in young TikTokers, these young girls who are now doing all these face regimens with like skin tightening and all of that because of a TikTok trend.
Could you send me that?
Yeah, and these companies are saying, please, you guys are too young. You don't need to use our products. You don't need this eye cream and all of that. But
well, I'm not. Could you please send me that?
because of the influence of TikTok, these young people are doing it. And now we're going to have 12-year-olds looking 60.
Because of I thought the cream reversed.
But it's not for them. It's harmful to their skin because they're not old enough. They don't have wrinkles yet. Why are they doing anti-wrinkle cream? But it was a TikTok fad that now, just like skin bleaching, TikTok fad. You got people, dark-skinned people really now bleaching. The skin bleaching industry has gone to an all-time high thanks to TikTok.
Wow. Well, you know what? We're going to, as we always do, keep you apprised on how this unfolds because we want you to be and have your finger on the pulse. If you are a TikTok user, though, I suggest that you go ahead and TikTok away because one day it might go away. We'll see what's next. But what's next for us is Carl Hearn and the Priesthood. Let's do it. It's Inspiration 1390.
You really think TikTok's the cause of all that stuff?
Heck no, I don't think that.
Yes.
You think TikTok is?
So Facebook is okay. So there's no actual...
Yeah, ain't nobody on Facebook.
No, Facebook is not okay. In China, banned Facebook for the exact same reason. There's too much information.
Oh, China? Facebook is banned in China?
Yes.
Oh, well then, yeah, you're supposed to ban it.
For the exact same reason, bro. It's too much
I am a tit
information,
for tatter. If you ban Facebook, which I did not know.
Hey, Katie from London.
Oh, Katie from London. See, she should know. Okay, the Tammy Talk exclusive.
But they had Mark
social media,
Zuckerberg
y'all.
in a chokehold for a long
Should
time too,
teachers be
trying to.
armed?
But it was a lot to do
Should
with the
teachers
fake
and schools
news.
be armed?
And
You know,
Mark
there's
had to do a whole
difficult
tour,
situation that's
and he
going
started giving money
on
because
in
that's the
schools.
reason I had coffee
we
with
be
him
allowed,
because
or should
it
teachers
was
be
shown
allowed
that
to
the
have-
Facebook videos was helping to illuminate
Look,
violence.
They got so much extra stimulus over here. I don't know which camera I'm looking at.
Chinese wife on his arm, bro.
Hey,
You
peace,
know what time it is. You know what time it is,
1970.
bro.
What's up?
She may
what's
be
up,
a part of
what's up?
TikTok.
I'm trying to tell you.
Hey,
Katie,
Jennifer.
the debate is, Katie from London said, what is the debate? Is TikTok a problem or not? Is it really as influential over people, especially youth, that the government is making it?
I think it has the same amount of influence as any other social media app has ever.
I don't think so. I disagree totally.
Because it's like a full screen right in front of you that
What was fine?
their whole
Katie
thing,
says yes, it's a
Gone.
real problem.
Yeah,
Right,
but
gone.
not because of that, but because
Nah,
it was unpopular.
But they do
She said
marketing,
yes, a
they
real
do marketing
I
strategies
just said
to
that.
purposely
Oh,
have you move your phone for hours.
Sorry,
The
Beyonce.
problem is that
This ain't Texas.
It's a great app.
How you feel?
But it's China.
Great. I
Yeah.
don't know. It's the best decision I ever made.
Let them have it.
Who's the op?
China. Bro, if you go to war with somebody, bro, the easiest way to weaken them is to steal their supplies, bro, get their information. Bro.
So Katie said
China is the op.
TikTok is an issue. Thank you. What did Zoe say?
Bro.
Well, I personally think that.
Us to vote in a way that the country not even wanting to go, bro.
But here's the issue too. How y'all as a government, that's what I was gonna say on the air. If it gets to the president, that he may not ban it, because clearly Joe Biden just started his own TikTok channel. But he knows the power to influence to try to get young voters. TikTok
But here's
helps.
the thing, though. Here's the thing. If you're gonna ban TikTok from gathering data on personal data, then you have to do the same thing. You gotta stop collecting personal data.
It's not the TikTok ban, it's just that it's China's, bro. We
Right.
warring with China. China is the problem, and that's TikTok is China's, bro. Like the same reason they don't allow Facebook is the same reason you gotta get rid of TikTok.
But my thing is
Because Facebook is an American company
Well,
that
I need
gathers
to
their
give me a
data.
TikTok page right quick because I've been having.
You don't have no TikTok?
No, I got a TikTok page, but I don't use it. I
don't
probably
need
got
it.
7 followers
So
on
there was
TikTok.
2 reports on this, and there was no like actual data, but it says the finding exposed TikTok's manipulative and addictive design practices, which are designed to keep users engaged for as long as possible. And they also show that the platform's algorithm content recommendation system is credited with enabling rapid global rise of the platform, exposing children and young adults to pre-existing mental health challenges and suicide to serious risks of harm later.
Okay, so let me say this. So let me say this, everybody. Let me say this,
Everybody.
What you just read,
Yeah,
is just literally what every social media app does. They just worded it so it sounds really malicious. Oh, we're gonna
Right.
Because when I first got on Facebook, I fell asleep like this.
What is
Yeah, Facebook
From
ain't never been
12
like
hours.
TikTok.
now all of our
12 hours of watching it.
all of our social media
so
has
is it really
TikTok on it now.
So is it really not as
That's
bad
true.
as
Hey,
trying to
Joseph,
qualify
you ever got into it with somebody before?
What do you mean?
Like you ever got into somebody's like a verbal altercation, bro?
Yeah.
Now imagine that person had information about you, but you didn't have no information.
All your
They
information.
gonna cook you, bro.
All your
Sideways,
information.
bro, and that's exactly how
They know what you like, what you don't like. They know where you go. They know
Let me
everything.
check this out. They gonna cook you
I
sideways.
like that
Jarrell.
one.
I love it.
They gonna cook you, bro. That's
Jarrell didn't say just cook you. Cook
They
you
gonna cook you, bro.
sideways.
Sideways.
And that was the best analogy right there. I love it. Because that is so true. Because it's an unfair advantage when they know everything and you know nothing.
They've already known.
That's true.
But the
my
issue
argument is
issue with TikTok is not like Facebook or Instagram in regards to the manipulation. It's the target age. Young people are not. My 5-year-olds ain't doing Facebook dance challenges or Instagram dance challenges. It's TikTok.
Kids were definitely on Facebook lying about their age, having Facebook.
But that was
Everyone by the time
the
I was
only
in fifth grade,
social media
everyone had
besides
Facebook.
MySpace, though. There was
Yeah.
only 2.
Exactly, and it still spread information. People were still watching stuff and seeing stuff that they weren't supposed to see at a young age because of that. This is just a new trend that happens every single year. We get a new social media
No.
app every single year.
China the problem.
And I agree with that. But my problem is that like TikTok shouldn't be the focus. China's already had our information all the way back with Edward Snowden and all that stuff. This is not new.
China the focus.
TikTok is the focus.
That's the same reason why we got rid of the flavored cigarettes. It's the same reason we got rid of all that stuff. China's the problem, bro. Not we into it, bro.
They gonna cook you sideways. Listen, that's all.
You fat, bro.
I don't think no social media though has had the influence like TikTok though. No.
Well, TikTok first. I don't know how it
And I'd have been
does
on
it, but you get-
MySpace. What you say that ain't out no more Vine? Do it for the Vine. I ain't gonna do it. Do it for the Vine. I
can't speak for Facebook. I'm talking about someone who's in the target demographic for those apps. I was a kid. I was around. I saw how it influenced people my age.
And it still does.
I said, y'all were adults. I was actually a kid.
The fact that you protecting it says that it's working.
Yeah.
Protecting what?
You protecting TikTok.
I'm not protecting it. I'm not advocating. You know what?
He's really not advocating. He's just expressing his opinion.
Bro, they go cook you sideways.
Bro.
You proving them right though. All of the young people are going to why would you get rid of it? It helps us so much, and they don't even see the harm that it's doing.
Yeah.
But what is the harm? Because it's China. China is the
No, but tell me, when did I say, oh, we shouldn't get rid of TikTok? We need it. I didn't say any of that in any of my
But you're
articles.
coming up with reasons to defend.
And financially, though, oh, I didn't even look at my story. We should talk out.
Hey, Joseph.
Can I say one last thing? TikTok know what they're doing because they're the highest paid social media platform in the world, and they pay their influencers top dollar because they want to keep them on there so they can keep control and keep manipulating the way that they want to.
And you know what? I was going to ask you guys, there's the algorithm. I don't know what TikTok's algorithm is, but you can get more followers on TikTok faster than you can get on any combined social media platform.
And that gives off serotonin in the brain.
Heck yeah, because when somebody go on my page and like me, I'm in heaven. I'm not serious, and I'm not I'm not on TikTok like that. But I've been trying to like convert over, like cross the bridge.
866-447-3344. Where's the action, Jackson?
I'll tell you what's going on. So what's going on is I love it when it's just Tamara Farron. Now, although we have some of the best guests, but we get to engage in some really.
No, we get to argue. Say it.
Well, yeah, engage, over talk each other, shush each other.
It's the View on the radio.
Yeah, speaking of the View, I do got a story about the View, but I do want the believers to have a chance to chime in on this TikTok conversation
because it's been real hot.
It's been really hot up in here, and I want to hear what you all think about TikTok being banned. All you have to do is call 855-999-1390. That's 855-999-1390. Because it's a serious conversation, and Tamara had a great point. Tamara talked about the government being in too much of the business, and should they have that power to be able to do it. Jarrell has a great point in the studio. And I would like him to share his point because it was really interesting because there's so many sides to this, right? As a business owner, you're right. Do I really want the government to say you making too much money and we finna shut you down? No. As an American, Jarrell.
I was just saying that I think that TikTok does probably need to get shut down because at the end of the day, I'm an American and, we practice an American pride. We don't want China taking over our country. We don't need China having all of our information. The analogy that I used was imagine you went to it with somebody, you having a verbal altercation, and they have all the information about you and you don't know anything about them. That's the situation we're in with China as far as TikTok. So.
You also made another good point that China has banned Facebook in China.
Right. Yeah. China doesn't allow Chinese people to use Facebook. They have their own version which they control and they get all the information. So.
Chinatown don't let you open a business if you ain't Chinese in Chicago. So we should already know. So call 855-999-1390. What are your thoughts? Should America be banning TikTok? Is TikTok good or is it bad? What are your thoughts on TikTok? Call 855.
TikTok, the clock is ticking.
Right, TikTok, the clock is ticking. 855-999-1390. Jarrell made a very, very, very good point off air where he said, if you're in a fight with someone,
he just said it right,
and they have all of your information, he didn't say what he said.
Oh.
So, can you be quiet? This is my segment. What's going on with action? I want to tell you what's going on. Jarrell said if you fight with somebody and they got all the info on you and you don't have any on them, bro, they gonna cook you sideways. They gonna cook you sideways. Now, thank you. Can I get my point out?
Yes, you know what? You said it right.
Lord Jesus. Well, and that's a true statement because who wants to be in the battle with somebody, especially when back in the day when we didn't shoot when we got mad at each other. We fought, but we fought with words first. We talked about each other. What my grandmother would say, played the dozens. When I was growing up, we was gonna ride you, I don't know what's in this new generation. Roasting. Okay. But we would talk, and then if you were clever enough and you had some information on somebody you really wanted to hurt them, you would go what we call a low blow, right? You would go deep and you would say something that make them just shut up, and then you get a whooping because it's like, why would you say that?
That's guttural. That's what I call it.
Yeah, you went gutter. And I've been whooped before a couple of times. But that's what happens, right? But when you have info, and that's how China has all of our info, and so it wouldn't be a fair fight.
So let me ask each one of you all. Does not America have all of our info too?
Yeah, but this they house, like I said, of course
This
they gonna
your
have.
house. This your house.
Now my house
America is still a democracy. It's still a capitalistic society. That's why I said when government gets entirely too intrusive into business affairs, that's when we have to stop. Now I get it that TikTok is a Chinese run, a Chinese owned. There's government participation, which you pointed out.
Yep.
Company, but still, you should have the ability to have offshore companies. I mean, if that be the case, we could never own any properties in other countries.
Well, that's true. But I think it's different than just owning a property. You owning a mansion in Jamaica is not going to cause the Jamaican government any problem. But if you create an app that has all of their residents and citizens information, and you know where they at, what they're doing, you got all their demographics, you know what time they're sleeping, what time they're woke, because these phones know. Because my phone, for some reason, I don't know how I do it, to tell me, like, you slept 8 hours last night.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, well, how did you know?
They tell you your steps, your heartbeat, your everything.
So that's the type of information that's in their hands, and that's when it becomes a problem. Like if we want to bomb somewhere, we know where to go because we know at this time all of these users will be in the building. And it's tracking your every moment, so we know where the president is. So President Biden, get off TikTok before you ban it, because then you're kind of a hypocrite if you sign it and you own it. I don't know. So do you really think he's gonna ban it though? That's what I want.
Well, I think it's gonna be public pressure to make him do something, either consider it or put it on pause for a minute. I don't know that he's going to flat out ban it, but I think that's going to be a real situation. And because it's an election year, it's going to be a topic that he's going to have to address sooner rather than later.
Yeah. Well, you know what? Speaking of things that need to be addressed, right? We're living in a country that things need to be addressed. So for decades, activists and civil rights leaders have demanded the removal of Confederate monuments and other symbols of white supremacy, right? However, of course, America, we so busy with TikTok. The history of racism in the U.S. remains firmly intact in the names of cities, towns, and even bodies of water all across the country. Now, this is something I didn't know. Now, according to reporting from Axios, as of 2021, over 600 places in the U.S. had the word Negro in them, including the infamously named unincorporated town of, have you ever been here, Tamara? Negro Foot, Virginia.
Yes, actually, I vacationed there every year.
Oh, did you have your Negro foot when you left?
I took my Negro foot and I put it in a non-Negro's neck.
you know.
I never heard of nothing like that. I think you made that up.
No, but that doesn't even scratch the surface. Here's a list of some of the most bigoted named places in the U.S. So, of course, I said Negro Foot, Virginia. There's Negro Creek in Kansas and Missouri. And it's like, why would you think? So, and then there's Anna, Illinois. Now, if you think they named this, I've said that's wrong. According to ProPublica Illinois, the name actually stands for Ain't No Negroes Allowed.
What?
And Jarrell knew that. He is next to Carbondale. So that's Anna, Illinois. That's signifying the rural town as a sundown town, i.e. a town that don't allow Black people after sundown. You got Wetback Tank. That's in New Mexico. You have hundreds of places with the name Squaw. And the list just goes Pickaninny Butts in California. Now, when the civil rights movement happened and the country said that we don't have a racist past, then nobody slide them a memo and say, all right, maybe we should rename Negro Creek real quick. Or
not if they're everywhere that you just mentioned, and you're scratching the surface. Actually.
Oh yeah, because Chinaman's Canyon, Colorado. You know, this just talks about this country. You said this is our home, and that's why I said it's not really. But it's so funny, so many things that we could be working on. So I'm hoping that we start a movement to change some of these names. But what was I at recently where I was afraid? In
Negroville.
I was not in Negroville. I was in Danville. Close. But what happened? My GPS took us off the road, off the highway.
That's dangerous.
And I didn't realize. And I'm driving an electric car on off road, and we were driving through towns. And when I say my nerves were so bad, I was sweating. Valencia was like, "What's wrong?" I'm like, "I don't know what we have. What if this car stop? What if I can't charge it? What if the sun go down and this is a sundown town, which you would think is not there?
They don't exist anymore.
Yeah, but clearly they do.
Yeah.
And so, America, we got to do better. Let's start before you ban TikTok. Change the name of these towns, okay? Let's make this country
but
great
if you change
again.
the name, does that really change the brain? Because if you've been experiencing that kind of cultural separatism in a town and you just change the name, is that enough? I mean, that's a question.
Alice said, I knew of Anna, Illinois. I never heard of that, but I guess you had to be like down in Southern SIUC to understand. Because when I started listening to say Anna, I'm like, why is Anna racist? But ain't no Negroes allowed.
That's the acronym?
That's the acronym.
Shot me in the head and I'm dead.
See, I knew you weren't listening to me the first time. That's why I repeated it.
That is crazy. But you know what ain't crazy? That God's still on the blessing business. He's still on the throne. And hopefully there's one change agent that actually comes and pushes the needle so that all of these racist salutations and naming of cities are actually banned from our existence, because we, like you said, we got to do better. But we're going to do better today, y'all. We're going to hold up and hold on, because help is on the way. Come on, Whitney Houston, let's do it. It's Inspiration 1390.
It will always be a sundown town as long as there are humans. Well,
hey, that's the first thing they told us as soon as we got the Carbondale, bro. Like, this is the line. You don't cross the line. You don't go past it. Like, that's what it is.
Are you serious?
Yeah, especially for us, bro, because I was in, like, a special class. They was like, y'all definitely.
You were in a special class?
Yeah.
What that mean?
I was in, like, a black male conduct class. And like,
did it show you how to conduct yourself as a black male? I've never heard of anything like that.
Yeah, how to, like, operate on. So I got let into college under, like, a special behavior program. And so, like, when I got to college, we was already on, like behavior
probation.
Yeah. And so that's, like, the first thing they taught us, like, y'all don't cross this line, don't go over here. If they get aggressive with you, leave. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's another city called DeSoto. You can't go to, like, north either.
Why?
Because it's the same kind of people. Like, if they catch you at night, ain't no telling what's gonna happen. You might not come back. People
that's very sad. That's a sad. And that right there, that right there just strengthens my argument about we got so much housekeeping to do in-house. We shouldn't necessarily be concentrating on TikTok.
But Illinois really ain't that different. Like, once you get past, like, Bloomington, like, between Bloomington and Carbondale, Pickneyville and all that.
Pickneyville.
My pastor said, you and Tamara make a good team. Funny, enjoying the show.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
So I met a guy at my last event from Mississippi, and he was talking about how much he loved Mississippi. And I said,
what do you love about it?
Right. And I'm like, well, I guess Mississippi not racist like that, because I know a lot of people live in Jackson. He said, no, Jackson is a historically black town. He said, but those surrounding suburbs, he said, oh, I can tell you what counties you do not want to go in. And I'm like, in 2024, we still can't go in certain counties?
Yep.
Definitely not driving an electric car because you ain't ready to get away from
I don't even know why you don't go get you some gas. No, I'm dead serious. You need some gas, because you didn't see the Leave the World Behind?
Yes, I did.
And you didn't decide to leave your electric car behind?
One of my homies got an electric car.
My faith is built on nothing less.
One winter in Chicago was done. So I'm never getting
I wish you could have seen Adam said, done. That car's done.
It's total. One Chicago
Wait, what happened? Oh, yeah.
He got one at the beginning of winter. One winter, he doesn't have that car anymore.
What happened to it?
It was done. It was just.
What does done mean? Help me.
I don't know what was that. He always had troubles with his car. It was always in the shop. And then one day he's like, I got a gas car. This isn't working.
You're rocking with the Brunch Bunch right here on Inspiration 1390. It's your girl T Breezy on the air. That didn't rhyme, but so what? And I'm proudly posted in the studio with your main man,
Action Jackson. Did I forget my name for a second?
Yeah, but that's okay. That's normal for you. It's almost Thursday. You know what you do on Thursday, so it's a prep time. I get it. So we're talking about help is on the way.
Something is really wrong with you. I just want to say that.
It's the coffee. I switched up coffees and I got
the
some
rest.
sleep.
I was gonna
I
say,
got some
and the
sleep.
rest.
Honey, let me tell you something. For all of you people who are traveling abroad, it ain't what you think. If you're getting ready to go somewhere and the time changes 7 hours or better, you need to stay there longer, because by the time you get your body regimented into that time zone, it's time for you to come home and you are all discombobulated.
Well, that's why I told him yesterday that you needed to rest, because I couldn't believe you came right back from Paris. And when I text like, "Oh, I can't come Friday," I'll be there. I'm like, she don't need a nap first.
No, I definitely did need a nap, but I couldn't take a nap because I was up in Paris and down in Chicago, right? But in the same vein of help is on the way, I am so proud to announce and share with you, believers, Allstate has a Main Street grant program that is opening right now, and it is elevating communities, enriching entrepreneurs, and empowering economic opportunities in Chicago South and West Side. We are going to have it on our social media platforms today so that you can actually take advantage of it. But at Allstate, they believe in better for all, hence the name Allstate. So that's why they're in partnership with the community development corporations, and they're offering a total of $1.6 million in capacity building grants to small and medium-sized businesses and nonprofits on Chicago South and West Side. Why that's important is because a lot of times there are grants that are earmarked strictly for nonprofits, or there are grants that are earmarked strictly for profits, but this one is a dual capacity. So Allstate is proud to partner with the following community development corporations to bring Main Street grants to life, creating economic opportunity and generating jobs. Somebody turn to your neighbor and say, jobs.
Jobs.
If you had a job, what? A gainfully employed job, even entry-level jobs that had advancement opportunities, I promise your life would change. So the partnerships are in collaboration with Bill Bronzeville, Chicago Minority Supplier Development Council, the Greater Inglewood Community Development Corporation, the South Shore Chamber Community Development Corporation, and the Women's Business Development Center. So the Main Street grant is for medium and small sized businesses located in the following neighborhoods, and they are invited to apply for the Main Street grant. We already talked about each one of those. And again, that's Bronzeville, Inglewood, North Lawndale, Pilsen, Little Village, and South Shore. Applications can be obtained through the Neighborhood Community Development Corporation. We again will have it on our website and need to be completed in full very soon. So grants will be awarded and officially announced in June. Grantees will be eligible for pro bono services and additional benefits. We always want to bring you the grants when they are flush with resources and cash, and so definitely you want.
And I got one too.
Come
Listen, the gift that keeps on giving. That's what the Brunch Bunch is. So it's the annual eBay Up and Running Grant Program. They're now accepting applications until June the 7th, 2024 at 6 p.m. The program will provide 50 eBay business sellers with grant packages of $10,000, including cash, eBay education, and a $500 stipend. Sellers can use to equip themselves with essential office technology. All you have to do is be 18 or older, be a legal resident of the U.S., not China, and be selling on the platform since December 1st of 2023. So if you are an eBay seller, which I know a lot of people do sell on eBay, and
a lot of people don't know they have the opportunity to sell on eBay, so you're really educating people today.
Well, if you didn't know and you're not on there, you don't qualify for this grant. But you can qualify to go start selling on eBay, because eBay is still one of the top platforms to sell your items. And
you can find the most exotic things on eBay too. So things that you're looking for from years back. Look on eBay. I promise you, there's a better chance that you will find those things. I have been up at 2, 3 o'clock in the morning looking for some sparkle jeans that I can't find because they're like 5 seasons ago. eBay had them.
5 seasons ago. I don't even know what that means.
I know.
We don't look into seasons. I get whatever I can get.
Yeah, well, you know what? eBay. So there's some other. Poshmark is another place that, you know, that you see those commercials that say that there's cash in your closet. Instead of you storing your old things in your closet or giving them away, if you have the giving spirit, absolutely you want to give it away. But if you are in a cash crunch, you might want to get on one of these platforms. eBay would be one, Etsy would be another, and Poshmark would be another. And you know what? You can do consignment selling. And consignment selling, the real The real is consignment selling. That's luxury. However, there are a lot of people that have luxury items in their closet. They don't use them anymore. It's just sitting there. Your $3,000 bags can get you 1,500 to 2,000, and sometimes even a little bit more than you paid for it.
You know what? If you have any listen, I'm about to do like an altar call. If you got any bags 3,000 plus that you don't want anymore, you know what? Drop them off to the Dream Center, and we'll make sure that we get them. No, but in real spirit, you just made a point. Our good friend Dr. Elizabeth Lockhart, the Arthur Lockhart Resource Institute, is hosting a fundraiser right now, and it is one that I have never heard of. It's a used and new shoe donation fundraiser. She's asking all of us, so all of you believers who have shoes in your closet that are used, or if you have some new shoes you've never worn and you want to give them away, they're asking for all of the donations. You can bring bags full of them and drop them off at Arthur Lockhart Resource Institute. That's 4941 West Chicago Avenue. Let Dr. Lockhart know that you want, and she's raising money for her veteran organization. So she's partnered with an organization to take these shoes and give them to third world countries, but they're going to pay her for the donation of shoes. So
does she have a forklift? Because I'm going to back a truck up with all the shoes that I've been selling on Poshmark that haven't been selling to 4941 West Chicago.
I'm going to call. She's going to be so happy. She's been told me to tell you, and it just clicked when you said the stuff you got in your closet. I was like, I got so many shoes that just are not being worn. That's an easy fundraiser.
Well, I don't know, but the other day, Sunday night, I don't know. You better not get those shoes away because you was clean.
Well, I won't be giving those away. I had to do it for our movie premiere.
There you
go. Was I in the movie?
Yeah, you were in the movie. You were part of the movie. And we're in the spirit of announcements. Up and coming is the second annual BBF. I didn't even say it, and y'all
because we know.
What do you know?
It is our second annual Kentucky Derby Day fundraiser.
Bring it on the goose.
Listen, bring it on the goose. No, listen, I'm excited because, of course, this is both BBF events are my favorite events.
Because your brainchild.
Okay, brainchild. Because I did come up with them. Yes. But I love Kentucky Derby Day. And if you've never been, it's the shortest moment in sports history. It's a horse.
2.5 minutes.
That's it. If you blink too long. Most famous, though. It's the most famous. But to come out, it's at Hawthorne Race Course. You could dress up in your nicest suits and dresses.
And your fascinators.
Wear your fascinator, your big hats. Brothers can come. If you have not been to one, you don't want to miss it. We have horses come out. You can feed the horses, take pictures with them. We got DJ. We have comedian cousin Tiara.
Yes.
It's hosted by WVON's very own Darlene Hill and Atiba. Yeah, so it's going to be a great event. Go to my link on BBF. Look, I know why I cut Tabby off for the first time. I had a good reason to cut you off so I can get these tickets there. But no, it's a great time though. Last year, and everybody who came with me last year already like, what do we win? What you doing? How you coming? And I'm like, oh, I got to come this year. Go on my Instagram and Tammy's Instagram and look at our pictures from last year.
Oh, no. Last year was a phenomenal success. You all did your thing. Chicago, I got to give it to you. When it's time to get down, y'all show up.
Yeah.
And this is for a worthy cause. You know, BBF is building brighter futures, and so many people's lives have been changed.
Formerly the Better Boys Foundation.
Formerly the Better, but thank you for that. And so many lives, youth lives have been changed, particularly men who got on the pathway to progress because of the essential, critical programs that BBF actually supplies for people who may not otherwise have those opportunities.
That's it. So come out, get your tickets, get your dresses, get your hats. Tina Hammond on Facebook said, I'm good on feeding the horse. If you don't want to feed horses, just grab a carrot, stand close, get a picture, and move back.
There you go.
Now, he may grab it out your hand real quick.
But the funny thing about it is horses are really the most mild-mannered animals. And if you've ever had the opportunity to feed a horse, it's almost it's less invasive than feeding a dog. I'm getting ready. You getting ready?
I am already ready.
Tasha Cobb getting ready, y'all. Let's do it. This is Fresh in 1390.
Cherie said he was clean, and so were you.
Well, thank you, my love.
We got about 4.5 minutes left. How much song y'all
want? 1.5 minutes.
It's Tammy Day.
Did you see
the inches?
Bundles.
The government said they banning hair.
That's a lie. I'm telling you now, I'm moving.
Listen,
I am moving.
Biden would get reelected.
if-
The whole Senate would be
If
overturned.
he really want to get unelected, ban some hair. Boy, that'd be
Which-
my personal campaign.
Which is crazy because most of the hair comes from China.
No, it actually comes from India.
They got India, but a lot come from China. A lot of it comes from China by way of India.
Let me tell you something. Y'all can do whatever you want to do to TikTok. Now, this put a whole different perspective on it.
Right.
You can take TikTok and stick it up your TikTok.
What if
But I'm
China
telling you now,
putting chips in these weaves?
I'm weave chipped. It's simple. It's
So
just
I've been chipped.
I've been chipped. In fact, I'm wearing my proud button. I'm a chipper.
Hey, don't put that on TikTok. Don't let them find out.
Oh, right. You know what?
Don't put that on TikTok, man.
Thank you, Zoe.
Got about 10 seconds.
The devil is a bald liar. Zoe, Tammy said the devil is a bald-faced, bald-head liar. Absolutely.
Y'all ready?
Yes.
5,
Yes, you get
4, 3, 2.
You're rocking with the Brunch Bunch right here on Inspiration 1390. It's your girl Tamara Fair with the hair on the air. And I'm proudly posted in the studio with your main man.
Action Jackson. We got breaking news, ladies. It was just told that the government is getting ready to ban all weave that comes from China.
And the government is going down. That's all I'm saying. The government is going down. Now, I advocate for a lot of things, and this will be one more thing I'm advocating.
What if they came out with that? That would be so wild. What if they said no more products from China?
Everybody in here would be moving to China. I'm just saying. Now, I got flabbergasted right there. But here's the thing. You're just going too far now.
Yes.
Like, really, you're doing the most.
They chipping the weaves, though. What if that's the case? It's a GPS on the weave.
I don't care about that. You can GPS my weave. I don't care if you know where I am, just so long as my hair go where I go.
Don't let me go without it.
Don't let me go. I forget that American Express. I gotta go where my hair go. But you know what? Speaking of going, it's time for us to go. It's time for us to get out of here. You know, it's always our aim to send you back better than you came. Hopefully we did our job today. If not, we get another opportunity tomorrow. In the meantime, we always want to encourage you to keep Love 24 alive. Tell someone that you don't know, a perfect stranger, that you love them, and show someone that you do know, even a Chinaman, that you love them.
Oh my God.
Even a TikToker that you love. Lead with love, land on love. I love you, Action Jackson.
I love you, Chinatown.
Yeah. Believers, we love you. Baby Eminem, we love you too. Up next is AC Green, and right after that is Pastor Patterson on the drive home. We do it all night long right here on Inspiration 1390. Stay optimistic.
Did you notice what Jarrell did?
No, what he did?
Look at the clock on the wall.
Oh my God!
Ain't that so
And we
dope?
still have 2 minutes?
Yes, he was trying to tell you. You was talking fast.
I was talking
That's why
fast.
I was like.
I'm like, what is he pointing
So
at?
yesterday I
Jarrell,
walked.
that was dope.
dope. Yesterday I looked at it and I knew it was the clock, but they didn't catch it to the end of the show. I'm like, wait a minute, it's counting us down.
How about these glasses make me look like I got a mustache? I do not have a mustache, y'all.
It's the
Now,
Chinese.
No, listen, I like hair, but not on my face. So that's something for you to think about. Suppose they did ban hair. You wouldn't see me over here unless... thank you, Sharice. Appreciate
There
you.
go your question for tomorrow.
What?
Let's talk about what if America, first TikTok, but what if they start banning other stuff we depend on from China?
Yeah, everything else, you like toothpaste, I can get that someplace else.
Yeah,
Yeah,
China, the chips.
Yeah, I don't care nothing about that. If I don't have to talk on the phone,
Thank you, Sharice. I
didn't
love
grow
this
up on the
show.
phone. However, if they start banning hair, y'all, I promise you.
You don't care about the phone, you just care about the hair.
I care about the hair. If I gotta choose between a phone and a hair, guess what I'm choosing?
I'm moving to Africa.
They got plenty of hair in Africa.
And they ain't banning nothing from China because they allies. Oh my God, we're in the wrong
Y'all,
country.
thank you so much for tuning in. Hey, Reggie Banks. Hey, Iris.
What's up, Reggie Banks? This is almost our birthday.
Yep, it's y'all birthday month.
Yeah.
Hey. All right, y'all, we out of here. We'll see you tomorrow. Weave demons. Wait, what'd you say, Tina?
Tina, you ain't drunk, are you?
What does that say? Weave
Weave demic. Oh, weave demic.
Oh, weave.
Oh, we may be drunk then.
Yeah, we drunk. But you know what? Tomorrow we will have gone to rehab. We will not be drunk tomorrow. We will be here. I hope you will be too. Y'all.